nothing to lose because you don't. And when you realize that, that's when you make the decision that you're going to play your best. Because if you don't have it tomorrow. You don't get another 48 minutes. That's what we're here for. The pride, the tradition, the family. Yeah, about the guys in this room. Nothing else. 48 minutes for everybody who's here. Do you understand me?
Yes, Coach.
Do you understand me?
Yes, Coach.
Welcome back to Title to Titles. I am your host, Nino Brown, and you're watching a very, very, very special episode of P2P with Boomer and DDP. We have an exclusive interview with Tulane running back Tyjae Spears, also known as the Offensive Player of the Year for the American Athletic Conference. How we doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you for having me. Hey, man, I really like your intro, man.
I appreciate that.
It fired me up a little bit, man. I really like it.
That was, that's the whole vibe of trying to get that vibe going, that college steam, and get that fired up, get you ready for game day.
What's the name of that what's the name of that speech?
I'll have to send it to you. I got it saved, but I'll send it to you.
Please, man.
No problem. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start when you were younger. I know you're a busy guy, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this. But you grew up in Ponchatoula, Louisiana, right? Mm-hmm. Which is about 58-minute car ride from New Orleans. So did you grow up a Saints fan, or is there another team that you were a fan of and you enjoyed watching?
To be honest, I didn't really grow up into watching football like that because I was always outside. And I got into football at probably 9, 10 years old, 11 years old. So I got in later than other people my age and also later than my brothers. But I kind of say I grew up a Saints fan. Now I'm a Saints fan, but of course I'm gonna be whoever fan wherever I go.
Yeah, understandable. I get you. All right, now you've been a Green Waver pretty much since high school, right? Because at Ponchatoula, you guys are Green Wavers there as well, and you got green in your blood pretty much. So let's talk about that high school and your senior season where you rushed for 920 yards, 9 touchdowns. And an incredible 48 receptions, 880 yards, 9 touchdowns. People that are watching, that's 18.3 yards per catch. Incredible. And you were a 4-star recruit. Tell us a little bit about that season and what made you so versatile and useful in the passing game.
I got to give it up to my coaches, man. My coaches was first taking the step to believe in me and put me in those different positions. But also I had one of the greatest quarterbacks I played with, man, TJ Finley. He doing this thing at Auburn right now. But he doing this thing at Auburn right now. But all those pieces to the puzzle, they helped me and shaped me, and also showed the college world that I can, be versatile to catch some balls out the backfield and run in between tackles and like you said, I've been a Green Wave all my life, man. It was a hard decision to come here, but it felt once a Green Wave, always Green Wave. I actually got one of my passwords on one of my things. It's Green Wave for life. So
I love it. That's absolutely beautiful. It's almost like you came out the room with a Green Wave shirt on, said, "I'm here, and this is what we're going right out to."
And sometimes when you're going through these different stages in life, you just look back and man, everything was meant to be.
Right. I always say everything happens for a reason, good or bad. There's always something that follows.
There's always a reason for something. It's always a reason for everything.
I agree with you 100%. Now, you redshirted your freshman year, right, at Tulane. You got off to a hot start in 2020 before a devastating ACL injury versus Navy ended your season. I read in an interview with Gary Smith that he almost gave up football. So I need to ask, what inspired you to come back and be better than ever? How did the ACL injury make you stronger mentally as well as physically? What was the recovery process like? What would you say you learned from?
Man, when you're going through those times, they just be so dark, man. You got to have an incredible support system. My support system starts with my dad, man. I got a great dad in my life, man, who always kept me going, kept me pushing, but also the people that's around me, on the daily, the people that ran my rehab, I give big thanks to them because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. Also, you got to give thanks to the creator of everything, God, man. So all like I told you, all these things happen for a reason. It's just like in my mind, it finally hit me like I can't give up on myself. I can't give up because if I give up on myself, I'm not just giving up on myself. I'm giving up on my dad too, man. My dad go bust his tail and go work hard every day. So I'm not just doing it trying to make a way for myself. I'm trying to make a way for my family, man. So I finally got back in the groove. Like I'm sorry, what was your other question?
The other question I had for you was how did the ACL injury make you stronger mentally as well as physically, and how did the recovery process? What was the recovery process like? What would you say you learned from it?
Yeah, like mentally, it's just you always deal with that mental thought that you might get hurt again.
Right.
But now, like mentally, it will make me strong. Like, well, whatever happens, because I know I tried. I did my part. Whatever happened. So like, also it made me take the mental approach that I gotta start preparing like a pro. And what preparing like a pro is, I gotta. If it take me spending three extra hours behind taking care of my body, that's what I got to do. But I also tore my ACL in high school too. I also tore my ACL my freshman year in high school, and I tore it again my sophomore year in college. So like just standing around, just doing what I got to do, taking that mental approach, but also physically, I feel like in some type of way it made me stronger because it just make my story that much better. Like knowing that I tore my ACL 2 times, and like now that I'm knocking on wood, I promise I'm humble as ever, man. But now to see I won the award to be an AAC Player of the Year. I haven't acknowledged it because I got the game of my life coming up. But man, it's just amazing, man. Like it's amazing feeling. Like I can't even really describe it. Like I'm so humble, man. I'm just so appreciative for my support system, and so I'm so thankful, man.
The people you put around you are supposed to lift you up in those dark times, and obviously you put the right people around you, sir.
Yeah, I'm glad they was around me too, man. I'm glad they was around me.
You always need a hand to reach out to when you get into a dark moment, and those are the real ones that are there in that moment. So
and like that's why it's very important how you treat people. So you got to treat people, you got to treat people with the utmost respect, because when you down, who gonna be there if you treat everybody like they crap? You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
You gotta treat people with respect, man.
It's always that saying that your mom and dad always tell you, treat people how you want to be treated, right? And you just got a lot of people just brush it off, but as you get older in life, it really has a lot of weight.
Yeah, and honestly, like you don't really treat people how you don't really treat people, and you don't treat people good just because you might need them in some return. You treat people good because that's the right thing to do. So
correct.
I gotta live out doing the right thing, every day in my life, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, from the conversations I've had with Maddie, she says you are an A1 person, not just a football player, but A1 person in life. So you're doing well, sir.
She is too, man. She's the same.
Utmost respect for both of you.
Appreciate it.
Let's talk about this magical 2022 season for you and your fellow Green Wave, right? Entering this season, did you guys envision this 10-2 bowl bid season? And how did you prepare differently for this season than you did in 2021?
Man, I had zero confidence that. I mean, and I ain't gonna say zero. I said it the wrong way. I had the most confidence. I thought we was gonna go 12-0, man. I thought we were gonna go 12-0. But like I said, man, everything happened for a reason, and everything worked out perfectly, man. Like we always have faith in ourselves. Like you say, you had Nick Anderson on here. Like I got to give him the props for every single thing. Him and Coach Fritz, man. But like because Nick Anderson, he put the conference trophy. He put AAC champions on our mind from the first meeting we had back from when we played Memphis. He's like, man, we're gonna get us an AAC conference championship. I was like, wow, thank God. And like everybody bought in though. Everybody bought in. And like now, look where we at now. Like just from him saying that, like he said it over and over and over and over. So it made it real. It made you want to believe it. It made you want to, it made you want to go get it. Like we got an opportunity of a lifetime now. All we gotta do is just keep on living it and just keep on doing what we're doing.
As long as you guys do what you do, I don't see anybody stopping you.
Yeah, hey, we gotta keep, we gotta stay humble, man.
I understand, but you guys have been doing your thing, and like I said to you a little bit before in the green room, I feel like you keep winning, you keep proving a point, you come back, you gotten leads and ran away with it, and I don't feel like everybody gave you enough respect early on, and I feel like every game you just kind of kept driving home like we're here.
Perfect. That's
You know,
perfect though. It's perfect to be the underdog. We like being underdog.
I know that's
Keep
the
on,
same thing Nick said. He said the
keep on,
same thing.
keep on counting us out, man. Keep on counting us out.
I love it. Give them that billboard material. They want to give it to you. You're gonna line them up, right?
Yeah, keep on counting us out, man.
I love it. All right, now let's just get on to this next one here. From week 7 on, you were locked in. You were electric to watch. 6 games, you had over 120 yards per game. You had a total of 9 total touchdowns, rushing and receiving. What clicked for you at that point in the season? You seemed like a man on a mission.
Like you said, a man on a mission. Like, it's like you gotta get all the glory and all the credit to God, man. You got to, like, it's just like I said it like so many times before. Like, I was playing against myself in the previous weeks. I was playing against myself. I was letting my mind get the best of me, thinking I wasn't good enough. And like it just came to a point like, man, Tyjae, look, I ain't worried about none of this, none of that. We just gonna go out here and play. And whatever we're gonna be the result, that's what it's gonna be. Like, man, honestly, like, man, between me and you, man, I had 8 yards rushing in my second game of the year. For real, I'm serious. Man, yep. I don't supposed to be at 1,000 yards right now. So like when you put your mind to something, you can actually you can really do it. And if you really believe in it, you can do it. So like can't nobody tell you what you cannot. Look what you look at the 190 attempts, 1,000 yards, man. It's my first time I ever been 1,000 yards. I'm very appreciative, but like the mission is still not done. That's how I'm attacking. The mission is still 1-0.
One more. Every game, 1-0. Got to win one more, right? Now, your head coach, Willie Fritz, was named American Athletic Conference Coach of the Year. What does Coach Fritz mean to the Tulane program, and what has he meant to you in your growth and development?
And Coach Fritz means everything to the Tulane program. He installed us with this mindset. He installed us. Of course, we came in. He installed us with this grit, this grind to go hard every day, and we appreciate him every day for it because he not gonna accept for us not striving towards our best. When he sees something, he gonna point it out. He gonna let you know. And many days he got on me, and I was mad about it, but I had to take a few steps back. Okay, he just want to see me at my best. He want to see me reach my best potential. And Coach Fritz mean the world to me, man. Like, I'm gonna give y'all insight, man. So for my ACT test, I signed here and I ain't make I signed. He wanted me to sign even though I didn't have the test grade to get in. So I had to get an 18. I had like a 16. So that's how much that goes to show you how much he believed in me. He let me sign with a 16, but I had to go back and do a whole bunch of tutoring for like 3 months. It was rough, man. But I finally got a 19. That go to show you how much he believed in me. So like, man, Coach Fritz mean the world to me, man. Like, I'm glad, man. I'm glad I chose Tulane as my destination to play, man. I wouldn't trade him for be at no other college for no other money. Like, man, I appreciate Coach Fritz for everything that he did for me, man.
I love it. I love the whole scenario there. Everything that the man knew what he saw in you and knew that you had potential and that you were a good young man in general. And signed that line for you. Believed in you, exactly.
He believed in me from day one. He still believed in me. His belief only got stronger in me. So like, you gotta love those people, man. I love Coach Fritz, man.
I love coaches like that. I love hearing those stories. Those are the things you don't hear about as much in college football, and it's nice to see. A coach out there knows that man, that young man deserves a shot, and I'm gonna put my faith in this young man. And he's not gonna let me down.
That's what he did too, man.
Now, you and Michael Pratt seem to have a fun relationship, and fun chemistry on the field. What has that relationship been like the past 2 years?
Coming from a 2-10 season to the 2-10 season, it was rough. But like, he's always a person that I know I can count on. It can be whatever. I know I can count on him. Like when we in the backfield back there, we really be talking, having conversation. Like, Pratt, I got you. Tyjae, well, Tyjae, you looking at the wrong play. Like, this it right here. Like, that's like a friendship, a brothership that I just don't see being broken no time soon. Like, man, that's I really view Pratt as a brother, man, and I love Pratt to death, man. Like, Pratt is a great dude, great leader, man. Like, I'm not just talking in front of the camera. I'm serious, man. Like, I feel like anything I need, anything I will ask for from Pratt, I think I know for sure he'll come through, and it's vice versa. Like, people like that, people like that, they come a dime a dozen, man. I appreciate Pratt, man, so much. Also, the big guys, man. I don't really talk about the big guys like that.
Yeah.
From Sincere Hangworth to Prince Pons to Joey Claybrook to Josh Remington, Ra Tuggle, Caleb Thomas. It's a lot of them, man. Like, I appreciate them too, man. Like, they get it in. They got to do all the dirty work. So for me to get 1,000 yards and for Pratt to throw for 2,000-3,000 yards, like,
them hogs up front. The hogs up front get it done.
It all starts with them, and they don't get they don't get enough recognition for it, man. Like, I'm very appreciative for every piece of the puzzle that that has to be put together to make everybody shine.
You all got to work as a cohesive unit, right? There's no I in team.
No I in team, man.
You can just see like the brothership that you and Pratt have. It's like after scoring, after a big play, you guys are out there high fiving, jumping on, fist bumping. It's nice to see it. It's genuine,
That's my dog for real, man. That's my dog.
So, who was a running back in the NFL currently that you look to for inspiration or watch his game to pull a little bit from it to perfect your craft?
I really like Joe Mixon. I really like Joe Mixon from the Bengals. But of course, playing for the home team and all that. Kamara, my dude. I like the way I like his, I like his patience. I like his game. I like his balance. I like a lot about Kamara. I say I like Joe Mixon because he hit it. And he get it. He's a really special running back. I really like Kamara because just as an all around back, Kamara is probably one of the greatest. Probably go down as one of the greatest if he keep on up on his uphill trend. I really like Kamara.
You got some receiving skills yourself. You had 20 for 240 this year, right? That was 20 for 240. So not too shabby.
Yeah.
You're getting that work in out the backfield. So like having that as a part of your game and you're not a bad blocker, my man. I see you out there getting it in, saving your quarterback, protecting him. So were you able to fine tune everything this season as a total package running back to take that next step?
With catching, like, you gotta find something that's gonna set you apart from others. Everybody can run the ball. Everybody can, possibly get through a hole and run full speed and go score to touchdowns, but everybody can't catch and everybody can't pass block. And also, like, I took the responsibility of pass blocking because, like, last year I used to give up a lot of sacks and I used to see him like just hit Pratt. So, like, I'm not just pass blocking for myself to make myself look good. I'm pass blocking for this quarterback who is defenseless, like looking down the field. So, like, when it's time for me to pass block, okay, I gotta protect Michael at all costs. Like, I can't give up a sack. If I see a sack coming, if I see a rusher coming, even if somebody else, lost their man, I gotta do what I can, to keep Pratt clean. I know if we keep Pratt clean, we're gonna be good and we're gonna operate as a unit like we're supposed to. But the whole goal in pass pro is just keep Pratt clean and fight for your brother. That's how I think. That's how I feel about it.
I seen you lay out a few blocks this year to keep your man up right there. Ended up working out to be a positive play downfield. So you kept your man clean for most of the time that I seen. So kudos to you, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Is there a particular team or offensive scheme that you think you would fit best into next season?
Oh man, like it's just like I'm finally having fun again, man. I'm finally having fun with football again. I'm just having fun, but like it made me kind of feel like a little kid to say this, like whatever team that'll make my dreams come true. So I feel like whatever team that make my dreams come true and draft me, whatever day it is, and just give me the opportunity to show why Tyjae Spears deserve to be in the league and work my butt off. And we're gonna see from now. Like, I'm not a big person. Like, I used to always try to look forward in the future. Man, I need to focus on the moment, focus on what I got, man, and just
seize the moment, right?
Stay true to the moment, man. Live in the moment, man.
That's it. Minute by minute. Now, you received your invite to the Senior Bowl. You were named to the Doak Walker watch list. What are some of your biggest personal accomplishments this season? I know the bowl game comes first, but you already started to develop your mindset for the Senior Bowl and all the other draft activities, including the combine?
Man, my biggest accomplishment. Whew, man. You could say Senior Bowl, but I really didn't. I don't really like. I'm very appreciative. I promise I'm very appreciative for everything. I really didn't grasp that I'm getting to the Senior Bowl yet, but but honestly though, winning AAC Player of the Year, that means the world. Like, and I want to tell you why though, and like I want to tell you why, because those 2 ACLs and the rough half of the season that I had in the first 6 games, in the last 6 games, I don't supposed to be AAC Player of the Year, man. But I locked in, I kept God first, and I kept grinding. And like me and my guys, we found the way. We found the way to help me, get to the top, man. So I don't supposed to be AAC Player of the Year. I don't supposed to have 1,000 yards. I don't supposed to be at this moment. I had 2 ACL surgeries. But, God gave me a shot, man. Like, he gave me a shot and I worked for it. So, like, that's the most accomplishing thing that I had. Like, I'm trying to be proud about it, but also I got to play a game Saturday. That's, I told you again, like the most important game of my life again, man. So like, like I'm just, I'm just trying to, I'm being humble about everything, but like I can feel accomplished. I feel very accomplished just because I've been through so much, man. Like it's been a long time coming. I've been through so much, but I feel accomplished. But I'm still humble. I'm still hungry. I'm still, like not seeing what the future got ahead of me, or just seeing when I get off this call with you, what it got for me. So I'm just living in the moment, man.
Well, you're doing something right if every week it's the biggest game of your life, right? So you're obviously doing something right. It was an uphill battle, but you're getting to the top. That you're about to see that sunshine. Hey. Everything's coming to a full culmination for you.
You know what I live by, man? I live by the best is yet to come.
That's it, right? The best is yet to come. The best of Tyjae Spears is yet to come. I will say, you were fighting them demons in them first 6 games. And you overcame that, and it was very visible. And the cuts you were making, the 1 cuts and goes, there was nothing was holding you back. You could see you were just having fun and playing football again. And I loved every minute of it. I was just like, look, this young man is just balling out right now, just doing his thing, loving life. It was great to see. Kudos to you, sir. It was a blessing to watch.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Like, I got to get all the things back to, all the guys and all the men and all the women and everybody else that's a part of, the process and part of the grind, a part of us, man. So, I'm very appreciative for that. I couldn't do it by myself.
I got 2 last questions for you. And Coach over at T2T Title threw me this one, and I'm going to throw it in here. What is it going to be like picking up the sticks to the controller, turning on Madden 2024, and getting to play as yourself? I imagine that's going to be one surreal moment for yourself.
Man, like, I don't know. It's going to be cool, though. It's going to be cool, man, because like I told you, I've been through so much, man. I want to see my little cousin reaction, man. My little cousin.
That's the big cousin on the game. That's big cousin.
Yeah, I want to see my little cousin John Darius Hart reaction, man, because he believed in me so much. And I want to see my little nephew, he a junior. I want to see his reaction because he always like, oh, I want to be like Uncle Tyjae. He probably gonna play with is the team I'm on. So
I love it.
Just seeing those guys' reaction, man, that's just gonna make my heart smile. So I just want to see how they gonna react to it, but. It ain't even really about me. Probably like my daddy. I might make my daddy might go buy a game. Just
he probably hasn't played one of them in a long time.
So just the people, just a support group, man. Like, dang, bro, you really on Madden? That'll give you an extra push, man. Like, dang, I really can do something.
Pinching, like this is real,
real.
Finally, we talk about it. We've been talking about this the whole time, and now we're here.
We're here with it, man. Yeah, it's coming, but we gotta live one day at a time. It's coming though.
All right, now I got one question I've been asking everybody. I didn't ask Nick because I thought about the question after Nick, and we're going forward with the interviews. I've been asking everybody this. This is a little icebreaker. It's gonna be off football topic, but what is your breakfast cereal 101? There's nothing else you could have but this one cereal. Which one you going with?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man.
I love it. This is what we're getting. The 1 and 2 that I get all the time is either Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And when I ask why, they say because the milk at the end.
Yeah, the milk at the end, and I kind of like, the milk at the end. Yeah,
that's a sign, seal, and deliver. It's the milk at the end. You can't beat it.
I ain't got no other cereal. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man. It ain't even close.
Tyjae.
But if I had to give you a top 2, I'd give you Lucky Charms too.
Oh, that was the other one. BJ Wilson from Quincy College said that Lucky Charms was his number 2. So it's coming to fruition that those are going to be like the top 3 here and there. I got Cocoa Pebbles once, but I don't know. I'm more of a fruity guy or a Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal guy. So, Tyjae, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you doing the interview. I wish you and everybody at Tulane the best of luck against UCF. I hope you guys bring this home, lock it in, and listen. I would love to talk to you after everything happens. After the season's over, the combine, and whatever happens with the draft and everything. I'd love to reconnect with you and bring it back on if you'd have it.
Yeah, man, I'm very appreciative of the opportunity that you gave me to speak on your show. But we definitely can reconnect, man. Like, I'm finna go in this grind for however many weeks it is. Like, I'm definitely, we can stay in touch with Maddie. We can definitely make it happen, man.
I appreciate it. Go Green Wave. And I hope you guys come out with that big dub.
Hey, man, just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned.
Appreciate you. You have a good night, my man.
All right, man.